Good afternoon. Thank you for the time given to us to present our material today. The Honorable Mr. Hasra Susanolo Harefa is our lecturer in IT for ELT subject, and all of our friends the joining the learning process today who we proud of. We are from 6th group, and today we will discuss about technologies for teaching and learning L2 speaking. Our topic is divided into 3 subtitles. The first is what is the teacher speaking? What is the technologies for teaching and learning L2 speaking? And what is the other modern technologies for teaching and learning L2 speaking? We are consist of 3 persons, and my name is Yudika Zega as the first speaker, and my other friends, namely Saswita Zaluhu as the second speaker, and Yuris Pujilestiani Zebua as the last speaker. Okay, now I will explain about what is the teaching speaking. The first is we have to know what is the mean by speaking. Speaking is one of our 4 key language skills. Speaking is deemed to be the most important in learning second or foreign language. Speaking also means the process of building and sharing meaning through the use of verbal or non-verbal symbols in a variety of contexts. There are some purposes why the learners must teach speaking. That is, to produce the English speech, to use word and sentences trees, to select appropriate words and sentences according to the proper social setting audience, to use language quickly and confidently, and use language as a means of expressing values and judgment. In speaking, there is the term of cognitive speaking. Cognitive speaking is divided into 3 things, that is, accuracy, complexity, and fluency. That's all, and we'll continue by the second speaker. Thank you.
Alright, I will continue to explain our material, part B, about technologies for teaching and learning L2 speaking. The first, CALL Pedagogical Frameworks for Speaking. A. Task-Based Instruction or TBI. Most of the time, a TBI approach includes an analytic post phase that carefully studies the linguistic structures needed to accomplish the assigned task. Scahan suggests that the best tasks are those that are carefully structured with both a pre-planning and a post-task phase, are organized around familiar information, require analysis or justification, and are interactive or dialogic in nature by virtue of asking the participants to work together. B. CALL learning environments. A common misconception about CALL is that it only refers to specific programs or mobile apps, when in fact CALL activities not only consist of asking students to engage with the L2 by responding to prompts given by the computer, but also deal with students engaging in conversations with another person mediated through the use of the computer. The first case is called tutorial CALL and the second social CALL, or computer-mediated communication or CMC. CMC activities themselves can be further divided into asynchronous communication events, endeavor time or synchronous chat, or SCMC carried out in real time. No single task and no single CALL activity can be expected to address all three aspects of speaking proficiency at the same time. Nevertheless, the language profession needs to cultivate better knowledge of the CALL options and their corresponding affordances as we will outline below. A. Tutorial CALL and speaking. Tutorial CALL allows students to engage in different forms of self-directed speech practice in the absence of conversational partners or classroom interaction. While classroom instruction clearly provides opportunities for students to notice in their L2 knowledge, individual language practice facilitates not only memory storage but also the retrieval of L2 words, collocations, and other details about appropriate usage. Usually, the speaking tasks offered by tutorial CALL program ask students to compare their own audio recordings with those of native speakers of diverse accents. Nevertheless, one obvious drawback of this type of exercise for improving L2 speech is the lack of any feedback. Here is where programs that offer form of automatic speech recognition or ASR can play an important role. B. Feedback with tutorial CALL. ASR systems work best when applied to clearly circumscribe linguistic subdomains or microwords. Several commercially available programs provide ASR capabilities. The second, Computer-Assisted Pronunciation Training or CAPT. Pronunciation and intonation, of course, are part and parcel of learning to speak an L2 well. Many researchers have argued that learning native-like pronunciation and intonation is a difficult or even impossible goal for most adult L2 learners and in the overall scheme of communication may have less importance than gaining adequate control of the frequently used lexical and grammatical structures of the target language. However, O'Brien has argued that effective communication cannot take without comprehensible pronunciation and therefore it merits serious attention. Since class time is limited, the tutorial CALL context again becomes the ideal venue for computer-assisted pronunciation training or CAPT.
Well, now I'm going to continue explain our material about computer assisted pronunciation training or CIPT. Okay, the tutorial CILL context gains becomes the ideal venue for which for computer assisted pronunciation training, which is designed to allow students to take control of their own learning in the risk-free environment, override by working with a non-human helper. In the words, CIPT software provide more practice time, appropriate, flexible, and no penalty for making errors.
And the second point is asynchronous CILL storytelling. In the storytelling, we can use many applications to speaking. We can use one application like Storybit. In the Storybit, student can also become multimedia storyteller by using the application it and to produce their own narrative complete with caption and audio record in English. And the last point is CMC. The CMC actually has a long and established record starting with a synopsis textual and essays. Okay. If you have a question, okay guys, the part of C is the other modern technology for teaching and learning L2 speaking. Okay, the technology modern as communication lab, video conferencing, video library, TALL, podcasting, quick link pen, quick dictionary, program talk education satellite, speech recognition software, and the last is blogging. Okay, if you have the question, you can give in a question and answering session. Thank you.